how she teaches science.
Oh, wow. I'm so excited to be here tonight. I'm also so excited to be out of that heat and humidity of Mississippi. Many of my fellow awardees understand what I'm talking about. First off, I'd like to thank Dr. Yager and the award committee for choosing me for such an amazing award. And to have my name associated with Dr. Yager and these phenomenal science educators is such an honor, that one that I will always cherish. I'm not going to... Okay. So, making an impression. I've taught several things in my life: 7th grade social studies, 2nd grade special ed, and then after that I thought, I can't do this anymore. I just can't do it. So I went back and got my master's and my doctorate. And so as I was getting my doctorate, I encountered a professor who ignited a fire in me about science education. And as I was an adjunct, I thought, you know, I'm telling these pre-service teachers that they need to be doing these things in their classroom when I've never been in a classroom and done them myself. And so I thought, well, I'm going to go back to the middle school classroom and do this. No, I'm not crazy, but I really wanted to go back to the classroom and experience all this so that I would feel like I would be at better use at a university later on. And so that's what I did. I got the perfect job teaching 6th grade science. Yes, I was completely terrified, and so I called a friend who was a principal and I said, you've got to help me. What do I do? What have I gotten myself into? And she said, well, first off, you surround yourself with positive people. You make Penny Allen a math teacher, your best friend, and you keep your students first. Well, I was like, okay, I can do this. So that's what I've done, and in that I came up with those 3 questions that I like to reflect on each summer. You know, did I convince my students that they could do well in science? Did I convince them, did I motivate them well enough? And if I didn't, what do I need to do to change that? And so through that, I answer those questions with one in saying that I make science fun and relevant. As you all know, you know, it's a battle in the classroom to keep their attention. And so if my classroom can be the best thing that they experience each and every day, that's what I'm going to do, because I want them to want to be in there. I don't want them to want to go anywhere else. I want them to be right in my classroom, and most of them like to stay there all day. But so some of the ways I do this is through real-world experiences. I live in Oxford, Mississippi. I'm very connected to the University of Mississippi through my husband, and so he has a class where they come in and teach activities to my class. How great is that? So, so I bring those students in, also bring in professors, because they get tired of listening to me every day, so I want them to hear something different, something new, something a little bit more profound than I can give them. Here's a mom who loves fossils, and just to be honest, I don't know a lot about fossils, but she sure did, and she brought in all kinds of great things, and they were so intrigued by that. I love the elementary school kids. Our campus is, my school is on the same campus as the lower elementary, and this was my son's kindergarten class last year. So I brought them up and we did demonstrations, and then I had my students teach them. I prepared them, and so we just switched roles. And it's a win-win for everybody. Here's another class that I took my class down and we did a water cycle activity. And then thanks to Pets in the Classroom and the Bug Chicks, I have overcome my fear of creepy crawly things, and I have a leopard-spotted gecko and these beautiful blue dead fanning beetles, along with a bearded dragon now, that kids love looking at that, because most of them don't have anything like that at home, and they are completely mortified when I pick the bug up and I carry it around. So I love that shock factor. I love to collaborate, and sometimes they moan and groan about, oh, I don't want to work with them, and I'm like, this is the real world. You know, if you can learn how to deal with people that you don't necessarily like now, oh, how much easier is life going to be? So I make sure that we do a lot of group work and look at those faces. I mean, that's just precious right there. There's another 7th grade science class, and we teamed up and we did dancing DNA out in the hall. So, and then I have this wonderful science club. They are filled with the most precious girls and a couple of guys in there. And most of them joined just because they liked me. But what they found out was they really do love science. And so that's the thing that I try to do each year, is reach those kids who didn't think they liked science, but they really love science, and they just didn't know it. We've all had those teachers in our lives who motivated us to push us past what we could ever do. Mine was Mr. Denny, Miss Shirley, Coach Robbins, even my dad. He was a math teacher, and he always said, I don't want you to just memorize. I want you to understand why you're doing this, so that you can apply it later on in life. And my husband, he's a science educator at the University of Mississippi, and he's the one that pushed me and encouraged me to go to NSTA conferences. And I'm so thankful that he did that, because I've overcome my fear of talking in public, for starters. And I've met so many wonderful people, and I get so excited about going to NSTA conferences, because I never know what I'm going to come away with. And I'm so grateful that NSTA picks the most amazing presentations and exhibits, and I love the bookstore. I can't wait to find out what Paige Keeley or Picture Perfect Science has come out with next, because they help my class. They make me a better teacher. And I never want to become complacent in my teaching. And so, and there's some more wonderful stuff. This is one of my favorite quotes. Everyone who remembers his own education remembers teachers, not methods and techniques. The teacher is the heart of the educational system. When my students go on to decide what they want to be in life or what they want to major in, I want me jumping off the desk to teach kinetic and potential energy to be the first thing that pops in their mind. And I want them to remember how much fun and how much they learned in my class. I hope that what I do in my class encourages them to go into a science or a STEM-related field. And really, essentially, I just want my classroom to be unforgettable. Thank you.
Plaque and a wonderful check to help with those expenses.